going to tell you this story anyway, because we have kids that join us at home, and we want to make sure we do our story each week. We'll be waiting in September. For those of you who were here last week, we heard a lot from a couple of our kids about a story about carrots and a bunny. But we don't have our carrot and bunny story this morning. But I do have a story that comes from the Whirl, the Kids Story Bible. And it's about witnessing. And that is, it's about being an ambassador for Christ. But it is a story that we don't hear very often. In fact, although it is one of the most important stories in all of Scripture, we only ever read it or hear it at Easter. But listen to what Jesus told Mary Magdalene about what she should do next. And the story goes like this. Sunday morning, the sun peeked over the trees. The sky was filled with pink and orange light. As soon as Mary Magdalene and her friends woke up, they remembered what had happened 2 days before, that Jesus had died on a cross. They wiped tears from their eyes. They missed Jesus very, very much. But now it was time to anoint his body. The women walked quietly to the tomb that held Jesus' body. When they arrived, the ground began to shake beneath their feet, an earthquake. And Mary and the other women were afraid. They held tightly onto each other. And then everything became still. And the women slowly stepped closer to the tomb. The huge stone was gone. Someone had rolled it away. The women looked into the tomb and gasped. The body of Jesus was gone. The women blinked their eyes and said, "Who's that?" they wondered. "Why, it's an angel dressed in dazzling white." "Don't be afraid," the angel said. "You're looking for Jesus, but he isn't here. Jesus is alive. Go and tell his disciples, Jesus is risen." Could it be true? The women wondered. Mary and her friends rushed to tell the other disciples. And then suddenly Jesus appeared. "Greetings," he said. And the women reached out to touch him. "Jesus, it's you," Mary exclaimed. Her friends jumped up and clapped their hands. And then Jesus smiled at them and said, "Go and tell my disciples I'm alive." And the women raced down the road to share the good news. Jesus is risen. Mary Magdalene is known as the first evangelist of the good news. So as she was told, go and tell. That is our instruction, our command from Jesus as well.